What's happening, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit, coming to you with another video over at rakeandprofit.com. And in this video, I wanted to give you about 5 tips to stop leaving money on the table if you're, going to thrift stores, and especially if you're looking for books to sell on Amazon FBA. So yesterday, I ended up going to a thrift store, and there was a reseller that was there before me. And the reason I knew that is because I bumped into my mom. She said there was a reseller there before me. And a lot of times if, a reseller knows there's another reseller there, they'll kind of half-ass it. They won't look through all the books. They'll think, there's no money there, and they'll kind of move on to the next thrift store. And if you run into a seasoned veteran, someone who really knows what they're doing, yeah, that's going to be the case, because they're not going to make these mistakes. But yesterday, I sent out one shipment of 30 books that I found, and it came to $499 of profit. And that was just me. My mom, she probably found another, who knows, maybe equal amount, maybe a little less, $300, $400 of profit. But there was a reseller that was there before us, and there's a lot of Amazon booksellers that are leaving money on the table, especially the new ones. So I want to give you guys some basic tips, because we absolutely crushed it yesterday, and there was no reason for us to crush it that much when there was some resellers there beforehand. So number one, if there's no barcode on a book, make sure that you scan the cover with the Amazon Seller app. Look up the ISBN number if you can. Do whatever you can to scan that book, to bring it into Scout IQ or Scoutly or Amazon Seller app to look it up, because a lot of times those books with no barcodes, or you can't find the listing, a lot of times those things can definitely be profitable. Also, tip number 2, put together box sets. I recorded a video yesterday, and it's going to be a full video that comes out in the next couple of weeks, whenever whenever it comes out, because I got a lot of videos backlogged. But I did a whole video about box sets. So many resellers leave volumes of books on the shelf because they don't want to put it together. This could be the Hardy Boys or encyclopedias, or it could even be like a couple volume sets, set of textbooks, like volume 1, 2, 3. Put those things together. I'm telling you right now, a lot of Amazon booksellers leave those box sets behind, and those things could make you a ton of money. Even like Harry Potter, putting all those things together, if you get your books at a good enough price, those things could sell for over $100 used, okay? Tip number 3, find the correct listings. Yesterday, there were a lot of books that I popped on that were $40 profit, $50 profit, $60 profit, because I could tell the previous competitors, they weren't able to find the listing, because sometimes you'll scan a barcode of a book, or even you'll use the Amazon Seller app feature where you scan the cover, and the wrong listing will come up, and you're just like, whatever. And it's not a bad idea always to just to move on, because sometimes, there's a higher ROI just scanning everything else. But I just happened to get lucky, and I took the time to find the listings, typed in the ISBN. A good tip is to manually type in the title of the book into the Amazon Seller app and find that correct listing. Sometimes the listing picture is off, or the title's off, and you kind of have to match it up. But it's really important to find that specific correct listing, because if you find a book that doesn't match the listing, you really don't want to buy it, because when you go to list it, you could be listing under the wrong listing and then get a negative feedback, returns, all that stuff. So take the time to find the correct listings. A lot of resellers will just pass on a book that's hard to look up. Put a 1 in the comments if you know what that's like, where you're scanning books, you're like, oh, this is a winner, and then you match it up and you're like, wait, this cover doesn't match the listing, and I don't feel like looking, right? There's a lot of money in finding the correct listings. Another tip is the new inventory that comes out. If a new cart comes out, attack those new carts. I can't say it enough. Now, I know there's certain rules that have to be followed at certain thrift stores where they don't let you touch the inventory when it comes out. Let me know in the comments. For me, at my thrift stores with the books, I'm not going to the outlets or anything. I'm allowed to touch the books. Yesterday I had a conversation with one of the workers, and she was new, like at least I had never met her before, and it was the first time us interacting. And I said, is it okay if I scan these books, because it came out on the cart? And she's like, yes, just make sure to put them back in the original places, because she had them in stacks. I think what they do is they organize the books in the background, in the back room, and then they stack them up in certain ways on the cart so they could easily put away the books in the biography, the nonfiction, the home and gardening, the religious section. So don't make a mess, right? Build the relationship with the worker, put things back in a nice organized fashion, and and you're good to go. But yeah, it surprises me how many times I'll go thrifting and there's another reseller there, and they'll just miss a lot of books, right? So make sure that you really spend your time. You know, what I like to do is I'll scan all the books with barcodes, and then the ones without a barcode, I'll just stack them up and then I'll scan them at the end. Make sure to put box sets together if you can. Keep an eye out for that, and you can build a pile as well. Make sure you find the correct listings. Attack the inventory, the new inventory that's coming out, and just go and make it happen. Look who just showed up at my house right now. We got Mama Profit. We're getting ready to go thrifting. Matter of fact, right now we're gonna hit a couple thrift stores. So yeah, just wanna bring you guys a little bit of value. A lot of people are asking lately, it's funny, can you still make money with books? Is there money to be made with books? Books are some of the best items to go after, especially at thrift stores, because there's so many of them. Same with clothing, right? There's huge opportunities with clothing, with books, with shoes, because there's so much inventory that stuff falls through the cracks. And yesterday I got 30% off because if you put in your phone number at Savers, they give you a little bit of a deal. So much love. We got Mama Profit coming in now, so I'm going to end this, but I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Smash that like button.